Today we will perform the first experiment of electrical machine 2 lab, which is the no load and low load test of 3-phase induction motor. So first we will see what are the apparatuses or what are the instruments we are required. First we will see the induction motor which is available. This is the 3-phase induction motor, squirrel cage type. The ratings of this 3-phase induction motor are this. It is a 2 HP 1.5 kilowatt motor with 415 volt supply rating voltage, 3.6 ampere the rated current, full load current, and the 1440 RPM motor. This is squirrel cage type of induction motor. Now, to measure the voltage, we have a voltmeter on the panel. The range of the voltmeter is somehow the same as the range of the supply voltage of the induction motor, that is around 400. Similarly, the ammeter range must be the same as the rated current of the induction motor, that is around 3.6. So we have taken as a 5 to 10 ampere ammeter. Now this is the auto transformer which is used to give supply to the induction motor. Now this is the starter. Terminals of the starters, one is for stop and another is for run. The starter here is used as the DOL, direct online starter, which is already studied in the class during the starting methods. Now these are the terminals of the input terminals of the starters. The supply which is come from the supply terminals will go to the input terminals of this starter, and the output of this starter terminal will go to the induction machine. Before going to the induction machine, we will connect in between the voltmeter, ammeter and the wattmeter. So about the voltmeter and ammeter we have already discussed. Now about the ammeter, as we are performing the no load test, in case of no load, we know that the induction motor is having a low power factor. So due to that, we are using the low power factor wattmeters. These two are the low power factor wattmeters which are used for the no load test of the induction motor. The range here is 150 volt, 300 volt and 600 volt. As we are giving the rated supply voltage, so we will connect the 600 volt. Similarly, the current rating is 2.5 ampere and the 5 ampere based on the connections of these coils. If these coils are connected like this in parallel connection, then we will obtain the 5 ampere current, and if they are connected like this in series, then we will get the 2.5 ampere. Based on this, we can calculate the multiplying factor. Similarly, these are the unity power factor wattmeters. Unity power factor wattmeters are used when we will use the block loader test. Now we will go for the connection diagrams. Firstly, the supply terminal. These are the 3 supply terminals. That supply terminals are connected to the auto transformer. Now through auto transformer, the output of the 3 auto transformer terminals will go to the input terminals of the starter. These are the 3 input terminals of the starter, R, Y and V. Now after input goes to the starter, now the output terminals of the starter will go by this connection diagram. Now according to this connection diagram, we have to replace all the lines with a wire. Simple method to create a circuit diagram is just replace all the lines in the circuit diagram with a wire. Now first terminal of the supply R will be connected to the M terminal of the wattmeter. This is the M terminal of the wattmeter. As we know that there are 4 terminals of the wattmeter, M, L, C and V. So this is the first terminal which is connected to the M terminal, and M or C will remain short. So that's why M and C are remaining the short. Now the L terminal will go to the ammeter. The L terminal. Now L terminal of the first wattmeter will go to the ammeter. Now ammeter will be connected in the series, so the other terminal of the ammeter will go to the first terminal of the motor. Here we can see that we have started from the first terminal of the supply and ended to the first terminal of the motor. Now second connection is from second terminal Y. From Y we will connect the M terminal of the second wattmeter. This is the second wattmeter, and M and C will remain the short, and M and C will remain short. M and C will remain short. Now the L terminal of this wattmeter will connected to the second terminal of the motor. Now L terminal is this is the L terminal. Now this L terminal will go to the second terminal of the motor. Now we have completed this connection and this connection, also M and C and M and C. Now we will go to the third terminal. The third terminal is the B terminal. The B terminal is first connected to the V terminal of the first wattmeter, that is this. Here we are using the 600 volt terminal point of the wattmeter because we are applying the 415 volt supply to the motor. Now this V terminal is also connected to the V terminal of the other wattmeter. So through a wire we will connect the V terminal of both the wattmeters. Now from this V terminal, the third terminal of the motor is connected. The third terminal of the motor. Here we have started from third terminal and we have reached to the third terminal of the motor. So here you can see that the connection diagram has been completed. This is the MCB, which is when we will put it in upward direction, the motor will start. This is the connection diagram. Now we will take the readings. So first we will turn on the supply. First, before turning on the motor, we need to ensure that the knob of the auto transformer is on 0 position. Okay. Now we will on the motor as the supply has been come. Now we will slowly move the motor terminals of the motor. We have to connect the voltmeter also. Voltmeter also we have to connect. So we will connect the voltmeter, as we have forgot to connect the voltmeter here. So one more thing is here. So this is the voltmeter connection. Now we will go from starting. Now we will start the motor, as we have to give the rated voltage to the induction motor, so that the around 400 volt. So we will set the voltage to 400 volt. Now the voltage has been set to the 400 volt. This is the supply voltage which will be given to the induction motor. Now this is the terminals of the DOL starter. This is the off button. This is the on button. So when we on this motor, now we will see the motor has been started. And as we have not put any load on this, no load has been put on this. This is running on a no load condition. Now we will see the readings as this is the rated voltage given to the motor. This is the current flowing through the windings of the terminal. Now we will see one thing here, that the wattmeter reading of one of the wattmeters is going to negative. So to obtain the reading, we will just change the one M and L terminals to interchange to get the reading. So first we will turn off. Now we interchange the terminals L and M. Now L will go to there and M is going to there. Now we have interchanged the terminals L, M, N, so that we will get the readings in the positive side. So first we will go to 0. Now we will on the motor. First we will set to the 400 volt rated voltage. This is the 400 volt rated voltage. Now we will turn on. Seeing the terminals of M and L of the first wattmeter. Now we will see the rated voltage. Now turn on. Now we can see that the wattmeter reading is now showing in the positive here and also here. So this is the wattmeter reading of first and this second wattmeter reading. So in observation table, we will now write the readings. First, the open circuit voltage, that is 400 volt. So we will write 400 volt. Now the current is here is 2.1 ampere. Now the reading of the wattmeter. First we will take the reading of this wattmeter, that is it is 70. So the wattmeter reading one is 70 watt, and the wattmeter reading of second wattmeter is around 44 watt. Now we have to multiply 44, you know? Now we have to multiply these wattmeter readings with their multiplying factor. First we will come for the wattmeter 1. That wattmeter 1 have the multiplying factor. When we go to this, we can have this chart. As we have connected this in parallel, so in parallel we have a 5 ampere current, and we have connected the voltage terminal into 600 volt. So for 600 volt and 5 ampere, we can say that the multiplying factor is 8. Okay, so we will multiply this first wattmeter reading by 8 to obtain the first wattmeter reading. Similarly, for second wattmeter we have connected in parallel. For parallel we have 5 ampere and we have connected with 600 volt. So 5 ampere, 600 volt, the multiplying factor is 8. Also here, so into 8 is equal to this. So we can obtain the total wattmeter reading. The point here is to be noted that because we have interchanged the terminals of the wattmeter here to get the positive reading, so the reading which will be obtained here in W2 will be marked as negative. Okay, so put these values in this to obtain the total power under the no load condition. Now in the second case, okay, now we will perform the block rotor test on 3-phase induction motor. The main differences between the no load and load test are that first difference is we have changed the wattmeters from LPF to UPF. Now we are using the unity power factor wattmeters because we know that at loaded condition the power factor is improved for induction motor. Now second change will be that we will not give the rated voltage input. Instead of rated voltage input, we will give the voltage only which is required to develop the rated current, that is 3.6 ampere current for this motor. Now third change is that in case of no load, we have not connected the belt with the rotor. The rotor is free to rotate, but in case of low rotor, we have belted the rotor so that it will not rotate, it will come in the dropped condition. Now fourth difference is that the connections, the supply terminals of the auto transformer are directly connected to the output terminals of the starter, which means that we have bypassed the starter from the circuit. The reason behind is that if we connect the supply to the two terminals of the starter, then the starter will not start the motor until and unless we will give the rated voltage. But we have not given the rated voltage input, so we have bypassed the starter to connect directly the terminals to the output terminals of the starter. Now remaining connection diagrams are same as in case of the load test. Now we will start the motor. First we turn on the supply. Now we will see that the zero voltage. Now from the auto transformer knob we just start the voltage, and we will see that as we are increasing the voltage, the current is increasing, and we have to increase the voltage till we achieve the rated current, that is 3.6 ampere. That is somehow here. This is the 3.6 ampere. Now for this rated current, this is the voltage we have given input, that is around 140 volt. So this is the 140 volt input voltage this is the wattmeter 1 reading and this is the wattmeter 2 reading. Now we will write the readings. We will write the readings for short circuit test. So for short circuit test, we will first input voltage, that is 140 volt input voltage, and the current is 3.6 ampere, the rated current. Now the voltmeter reading, the first wattmeter reading is this, that is the around 50 and around 55, no, not 55, 30, around 30 watt, and the wattmeter reading second is around 55. 50, yeah, this is 100, there is a scale of 10, so we around 55, 56 watt. Now we have to multiply these readings by their multiplying factor. So first we will see the multiplying factor of this wattmeter as the, now we'll turn off this. Now as we will see that we have connected the coils in series connection. Now if it is a series connection, we can see here that for series connection we will obtain a 2.5 ampere, that is connecting V1 into V2. We will obtain 2.5 ampere and 2.5 ampere, and we have connected the voltage terminal to 150 volt. So for 2.5 and 150 volt, the multiplying factor is 1. So we will multiply this by 1, that is 30 watt. Now similarly for second wattmeter, as we have connected in parallel, so parallel connected and 600 volt. So parallel connection, for parallel connection we will have 5 ampere, and for 5 ampere 600 volt we have 8. 8 is the multiplying factor for this, that is around 400 watt. This is the required readings which will be used for the calculation. The calculation you have to perform at yourself. The one thing which I want to share here also, that when we are performing the no load test, we are connecting the voltage terminals to this rated voltage of 600 volt terminals of the wattmeters. But in case of no load test, we are giving only the reduced voltage, not the rated voltage. So we are using the reduced voltage terminal, that is around 150 volt here. Okay, so we have to see that what voltage we have to given, what current we have to given. According to that, we will use the terminals of the wattmeter. So hope you have understood this experiment and do the calculation. Thank you.